Hey everybody, this is the dashboard. Welcome to the live stream. In this live stream, we're going to talk about the car shows I went to over the weekend. I managed to make it to 4 car shows over the weekend. That's a pretty good number for me, and I did 3 of them in one day. So I'm going to start a little slideshow to run in the background and talk about some of the cars. But first off, I'm going to talk about Friday night. Well, there was a new car show at a restaurant that they just wanted to do a little car show and try to draw in some business, I guess. And well, it was kind of unfortunate for them because they decided to do it in the evening. And if you know anything about Florida weather, you know afternoon thunderstorms. So they had a couple of thunderstorms roll through right about the time they wanted to have this car show. So here's the slideshow. They did actually have a few cars show up, myself included. But there weren't very many. There was maybe 6 or 7. Um, Mostly Pontiacs. No, I take that back. There was 2 Pontiacs, a Mustang, a Dodge, my F-150. I think they had another Mustang show up after I left. And then on Saturday's the day I did 3 car shows in one day. I did Kingsland Cars and Coffee, uh, the Barbecue Car Show and Barbecue Cook-Off, and then the Callahan Cruisers monthly cruise-in. Oh, it's starting over. Well, anyway, uh, so yeah, this car show at Boston's was kind of funny. I showed up and I'm looking around. I'm like, there's nobody here. Yeah, you kind of pull in and you go, okay, where am I supposed to park? I mean, I know they wanted to do a car show, but where the heck am I supposed to go to be with the car show people? Anyway, on to Kingsland Cars and Coffee. The turnout was a little small this month, and I don't think that had anything to do with it being a bad event. It's just there was another bigger car show going on in another town nearby that a lot of people went to instead because it's going to be in the next segment, the barbecue. But anyway, we still had a lot of nice cars show up. Um, yeah, it was the other car show was going on at the same time, so I went to this one, rode around, took pictures, did my thing, and then drove across the county into another county to the barbecue. But yeah, there was the normal Corvettes, Camaros, that kind of stuff. Funny story about this Camaro here. I initially parked beside him because he was off to one of the sides, and he decided to move his car. I don't know why. He just decided to move. Kind of weird. I guess he didn't like my truck being parked beside his Camaro. Whatever. I didn't care. It's not like I was close to him where I would hit his car or anything. Yeah, that one was a cool one there. He didn't stick around very long though. So yeah, one of the things I like about this cruise in is we get a nice eclectic mix of cars. We get, imports, domestics. You get motorcycles. You get classics. Even some higher end stuffs. And then there's odd stuff like that. Um, but that's the kind of the nice thing about these cruise-ins. Run what you brung. Bring out whatever you want to bring out. I mean, we don't care. You could have a I don't know $40,000 Volkswagen sitting next to $100,000, $100,000+ Ferrari, and we're just out there talking cars. I mean, it's a very unique environment because in some places you go to a car show and you get people that are real snobbish about it. Oh, you drive a such and such. What's the matter? You couldn't afford the top line model? Well, hell no, I couldn't. I mean, that's like people get after me about my truck. Like, why do you drive a 10-year-old truck? I'm like, because it's paid for, and I can't afford $70,000 or $80,000 for a new one. I mean, who the hell's got that kind of money? Oh, this one was kind of neat. It was done in Game of Thrones theme. The Mother of Dragons across the windshield, and it had little dragon stickers along the quarter panel. I know I took some pictures. They just didn't get put in the same spot with the one. I think this one, my favorite. There was two vehicles that were my favorite. One was the Jeep with the canopies that came out of it, and the other was the old fire truck the red fire truck that you saw earlier in the slideshow. This one was a weird one too. Came complete with a stuffed deer. See, there's the pictures of the one that had the mother of dragons. Now on to the barbecue. Now this one was the big show of the weekend. It was out at a Traders Hill campground and recreational area near Folkestone, Georgia, which is coincidentally the next county over from Kingsland. So I had to go across the county and across the other county to get to this event. Um, but I knew this one was going to be a big one. I don't know exactly how many cars were there, but it was a lot. But one of the things I knew about it is it would have more of the classic cars than the newer cars. In fact, there were two or three or maybe even four cars that I ran into at the barbecue that had been at Cars and Coffee in Kingsland while I was there. And I'd run into it. They go, "Weren't you in Kingsland?" Yeah, I sure was. We all had the same idea: go to the other car show because the one was running, from 9 to noon, and the other one was running from 9 to 2. So, and then in Saturday afternoon, evening, the Callahan Cruisers had a cruise in at their monthly cruise in at Hardee's. So I went to that one too. Of course, that one was just kind of a spontaneous spur of the moment. I had to go to get some stuff anyway. But yeah, I'll talk about that one in a minute because I guess some pictures got mixed up on my slideshow. But yeah, I tried to do a live stream from the barbecue, but out there it's out in the middle of nowhere kind of place, and it's next to the St. Mary's River, and the cell phone signal's not that great out there. So I think I streamed for like 7 minutes, and only like a minute and change uh, transmitted to YouTube. So I'm gonna have to take and edit out, uh, re-upload it from my Scooter Vision because it recorded at the same time. So it's not lost. It's just gonna be from a different camera. It's not gonna be on the swivel like it would be from using my cell phone live streaming. But yeah, it was a nice car show. I mean, a lot of stuff there. I mean, it just it's getting to that time of year where it's going to get hot and it's going to get to where there's going to be less car shows. So I'm getting them while I can get them. Oh, I mean, there's still going to be car shows scheduled. It's just I might not make it to them because of the heat. Because I don't like getting burned up to a crisp in the heat. Yeah, there was two vehicles I really liked. This one, well, maybe it was three. Anyway, there was one. It was a little Nissan pickup truck that had the nice graphics on the side. I may have missed it on the slideshow here, but it was nice. There's another one that's a S10 Blazer that's also got the sort of graphics on the side. I talked to the owner of that one. And he was really proud of it. He was very happy to have finally gotten it back from the paint shop. That's one thing here lately, paint shops have just been outrageously busy, and I know part of what it is one, they can't find help, and two, there's so many of them going out of business. In fact, one in this little town that I live in had been in business for oh forever, next to forever, and a couple of months ago, the guy that was running it, owner, up and decided to retire, shut down the business, and sold everything off. And that's going to happen more and more right now because these people that have built these legacy businesses, they ain't got nobody to pass it along to, and nobody's buying businesses, and or they got family that they don't want to run it, they don't want to work at it. It's sad, but that's what happens. Yeah, these two trucks were kind of neat. The graphics on this is the Blazer, the little S10 Blazer I was talking about. Yeah, the owner was just talking it up. He was thrilled to have it in time to go to this show. I don't blame him. It was a real good show to debut one at. I don't blame him for being real proud of his truck. I mean, this was a really good show to debut it. Yeah, there's another picture of it. This is the third one I liked at this show that was awesome. just the paintwork on the body of it is, old school, cool paint job. It probably cost him a pretty penny to have that paintwork done, because I know paintwork ain't cheap no more. I mean, it ain't never been cheap, but it ain't. It's gotten unreasonably expensive lately. But yeah, originally I had planned to just go to these two shows on Saturday, but then that one at Boston's popped up on my Facebook. And I'm like, oh hey, maybe if I'm going into town, I can stop by. And it just so happened that I had to go into Jacksonville to get something, so I just stopped by and checked it out. I mean, I'm sure it'll be better because it's going to be one of them monthly cruise in kind of things. I'm sure it'll be better next month if it's not raining. Um, but I felt kind of bad. It was kind of pitiful for the first show to have 6, 7 cars show up. Of course, you can't blame you can't. The weather was definitely a factor. But yeah, like I said, I have no idea how many cars were at this show, but it was a lot. Then I got home from that show and was gonna do some canning, and I realized I didn't have all the ingredients, so I had to go get some stuff at the grocery store and remembered that this was going on. The cruise in Callahan, so I just rode right down there to check them out. And I don't make it to as many of their cruise ins as I would like. Of course, 90% of the time, the parking lot is so full you can't get in there. And I drive a big old truck. It's hard to squeeze it in. It just it ain't easy. A lot of people didn't show up because they didn't talk about the cruise in this month because of the other show that was going on in the morning. A lot of people probably just went home from that. But I just happened to be, in the little, going out to get some stuff. So, hey, why not? I'll swing by and look, take some pictures. Of course, this one broke up not long after I took pictures of this one too, because it come a rainstorming that afternoon too. It's, I mean, Florida has hit that afternoon monsoon season. In fact, you can see it in some of the background of some of the pictures, the dark clouds moving in. See, I got some video from this that I'm working on. I got video from all of it that I've been working on. It's going to be coming out through the week, one a day. Um, I got some different kind of video from the cruise in because I didn't take Scooter Vision with me. But I took the camera from Scooter Vision and mounted it to the mirror of my truck, so you could kind of, as I rode around to look at the cars in the parking lot. So it's kind of similar to Scooter Vision, but a little different. And I don't know how it's gonna turn out because I haven't edited it together yet. But I think you guys will enjoy it. Anyway, that's all for that. Um, I think I got one car show on the schedule for this next weekend. Um, so that's going to be, a light weekend. Um, so anyway, uh, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment on these videos. I know I say it on all these videos, but it really helps if you like and subscribe and share it and even comment on it because it gets YouTube's attention to share it to more people, to put it out there in front of more people. And I'm trying to grow the channel so that I can, get monetized to be able to go to more events. And right now, it's just I'm running on zero budget, so it's kind of whatever's free or cheap when it comes to car shows right now. So any help in that regard, or liking and commenting and sharing it around, share it to your car club friends. They'll enjoy it. You know, just whatever you can do. I'm not asking a lot. You're already watching the video, so it just takes the second to push the like button and maybe you don't even have to comment a whole word. You can just comment a letter or something on my comments. So just whatever you feel like doing. I mean, if you don't like these videos, tell me why you don't like them. Something. I mean, I think people like them, so I'm gonna keep on doing them. But it'd be nice if there was something I'm doing that people don't like that I could find out. But nobody tells me they don't like what I'm doing. In fact, most of the people say they enjoy what I'm doing. So I'm going to end the stream here. Enjoy. Peace out. I'll catch you on the next one.